Well, we're recording now, so if you got a pre-podcast story, feel free to go for it.
Alright, so so at uni, right, we have the games lab.
Yep.
You've been there, right?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, so we're in that small little room, okay? And we'll just use person A, person B, okay?
Mhm.
So person A is in there, right? And he's kind of annoying. I don't really like him that much, but it is what it is, right? And then person B, right, is this chick I've never seen in my entire life, okay? And she's over there in the corner and she's playing Portal while person A, annoying person, is like watching or whatever, right? And I'm sitting there on the very left-hand side. I'm playing some Diablo, grinding some whiffs away as I do. And person C walks in and he's like, "Oh, hey, what are you guys over there doing?" And then the girl is like, "Oh, I'm playing Portal." And then person C is like, "Hey, yo, are you up to like level 2 or something?" And she goes, and then person A is like, "Oh no, dude, she's up to level 14." And person C is like, "What? How? What? That's pretty quick." And then she's like, then the girl says, yeah, it's because I have a high IQ. I was dead. I was dead. She was literally thought because she had a high IQ, she was good at Portal. She doesn't play games. She's just like, yeah, I can figure these puzzles out. Have a high IQ. I just wanted to die. I left the room and then just fucking fell on the floor, dude. I could not fucking believe it. I was just like, man, sometimes you really just do have a big brain.
That's some Rick and Morty plays right there.
Dude, it would not surprise me if she's the only person allowed to watch Rick and Morty because of her IQ, dude. Like, for real.
My God.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a pretty good pre-podcast story. I think that's better than anything I could have produced for sure.
Hey, thank you.
Excellent. All right, well, let's hop into the podcast. YouTube, what's good? See you later, gaming here, and welcome back to the Game Lounge podcast for October 2019. It's been a hot minute, actually 500,000 minutes, but we're back. If you guys can catch us a day early, you can do so on Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, and all right here on YouTube. And rolling with me today, I've got my twin co-hosts with the most, Geordie and Braden. Can I get an opening statement, Geordie?
Yo, my fans from Stitcher. Sorry. Not bad, dude. It's been that long, Stitcher. What's good, boys? What's good?
The Stitcher fam always out here supporting for sure. Braden, what you got?
We on Spotify.
I know. That's exciting.
We on the spots.
It's because I remember a while back you said you'd listen to the podcast if we were on Spotify, so I did my best and I got out.
Some strings.
I did.
Back some people.
Wait. Can I tell you a funny story? Legit. I once told some kids like, "Oh yeah, I've done because they were trying to they were talking about games and stuff. I've talked about it on the podcast with it." And they're like, "Oh sir, can you? What's it called? Blah blah blah." I'm like,
absolutely not.
No, yeah, I'm like, absolutely not.
Man, you could have given us some free promo to some kids. We could be out here viral and shit.
Braden loses his job. I don't know if it's an equal value trade.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah. And I know, like, sir, you're on Spotify. I'm like, nah. One day though, if you can find me on there, it's the day.
Today is the day. Our entire back catalogue is on there too. So if you want to go back and listen to the very first podcast in 2015,
of the 10 we have,
yeah.
Wait, I'm actually going to go look it up. Game.
I think we have 16 over 3-4 years.
That's
holy shizzles, we're actually on there.
Yeah.
Wait, this isn't us. No, this is the Lounge podcast.
Look up on Google. You can find us on there for Spotify.
No, I'm trying to find us on Spotify.
How good?
And my opening statement is: so I was at Coles last night doing some shopping, as you do on a Thursday late night. And I found
is this a story or a statement?
this is a statement.
Okay, yep.
Trust me, it'll be a statement by the end.
Okay.
So I bought my cookie butter, which was brand new.
Oh yeah,
new, to Coles, and then I was like, you know what? I'm running out of body wash. Let's get some. I go down the aisle. I look for my body wash, and I'm like, I see something brand new that catches my eye. It's the Xbox Lynx body wash. You know I had to cop. I had to cop for the culture.
I have used it before, but that was because it came in like those bundles that like family members give you.
Yep.
With like all the other random, yeah. Like I forgot who it was. It was some random family member gave me that, and I'm like, thanks. An avocado.
I dream of the day when I just receive a pair of socks over one of those things. You know what I'm saying? Like, just give me the socks, brother. Don't give me
It's a pair of socks with that inside of it.
Oh, dude.
That's huge. That is huge.
That is huge.
Alrighty, so our next thing up on the agenda is our top 5 picks for what we've been playing recently. Braden, what's your list up?
Well, let's start with the old Borderlands 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that has been good fun. I know Joey's been playing it.
Mm-hmm.
I played through the whole story with Bella. That was really good fun.
Yep.
We went through it all. I think it took us... So it came out on Friday, and then we finished it on, I think, the Tuesday night, yeah.
That's a really quick campaign then.
Oh, no, that was like
or did you just grind it out? Oh, 30 hours.
Oh, yeah.
I finished it on Sunday.
That still seems pretty quick for a Borderlands title, though.
I mean, that was pretty much...
Besides, like, the last...
hours.
Yeah, besides, like, the last world, I did all the side quests. The side quests in that game...
Yeah?
They're so fucking good.
They're so good. They're so good.
Because a lot of people have been giving it shit recently, online at least.
Yeah, I'll get into that a bit more.
Yeah, we'll delve a bit deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for me, for someone who really was just going to play it more for, like, the story and then, like, all that, I found it very fun. Like, the only, like, real glitch I had, because I played Moe's, was, like, when I went into my mech, I fell through the ground like twice.
Oh, really?
Or it insta-kicked me out of it. That was like the only problem I found.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but like it wasn't like end of the world type of thing.
So where does it rank on Borderlands 1, Borderlands 2? Where does it fit story-wise? Is it number 3 as best story, or?
I think it was. It's either that 2, 1.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't think 1 was like the greatest.
I think it's 2, 3, 1.
Yeah, 2 was very good.
In terms of story.
Like, I think more it's like the new bias thing, and I've also played 2 like 1 too many times.
I just think that for Borderlands, it's kind of like down to how good the villain is and the writing is for the villain. And I think Handsome Jack is still fucking light years ahead of these fucking villains.
Yeah,
like
YouTubers.
Like it's just, I just think he's a much better villain, which means in turn, like immediately when you play 2, you fucking hate Handsome Jack immediately. You're like, this guy is a fucking dick.
Yeah,
and that's what a good villain does. These guys, I was not even like remotely like thought they were villains until like a certain story beat happens, and I'm like, all right, well now you gotta die.
Yeah,
but, like their writing is just kind of a bit cringe too.
They're meant to be cringe.
Yeah, cringe YouTubers.
Yeah, exactly. But like, you can kind of do cringe YouTubers without being like super cringy with the writing, and it just being like good dialogue. Like, but yeah, I don't know. I think story-wise 2 still has it over 3, but I think 3 was a bit more bold with its story though than number 2.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
But yeah, I really enjoyed the game. Did a little bit of post-game stuff with Jordy.
Nice.
What else have I been like? I played League of Legends.
As
still
usual.
playing that, of course. Yeah, as always. Still just having some fun with that. Got the new NBA 2K 20. Me and Joey played through the story.
Nice.
Baby.
Jamal
back again.
No. Jamal.
Oh, 3 Jamals.
Yeah.
So, the original name came from the player called Jamal. And it only just hit me when I was about to name this guy that his last name was just Jamal. Not his whole name wasn't just Jamal. It was something Jamal.
Oh.
So now his name is Jamal Jamal.
I like that.
And next game is going to be Jamal Jr.
Yeah. Nice. Following in his dad's. Dad's footsteps.
And then we'll go Jamal Jr.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, But yeah, the story was like it was good. They actually gave you some like times where you can like choose. Like I'll probably have to go back and see what the differences are because like you can choose like your agent and stuff and whatnot. But most of it seems pretty linear.
Yep.
We actually went to like the boot camp thing.
Oh
where
boy. First round draft pick, baby.
Yeah, you have to go through like the because you're like low on the charts. Yeah, you have to earn like your strides and everything. But basically, like you go to the camp where like you have to do like how high can you jump, how much can you bench press, and all that.
Yep.
What they haven't done in the other games. It was pretty good, but some of the things are a bit janky.
Fuck,
like
bench press sucked.
Because we didn't have my guy wasn't very strong. So when I was doing it, he was just wobbling all over the place. I need to try it with like a center, like a real strong center. But apparently I was like top 2 in like this vertical jumping. I was like, what the hell?
Jump and like your like box running and stuff.
Yeah. I was so bad at the box jump the first time I did. I'm like, what am I doing? And they're like, you're coming like 30th out of like 31. I'm like, oh, that's not good. And then the next time after, it's like, yeah, you're coming like first. I'm like, what? I just did a lot better.
Yeah.
But yeah, like all that was really fun, but it was still so much shorter than the last 2.
Oh really? Yeah, last 2K19 was really long.
Yeah, it was.
I feel like it probably needed maybe another like hour or 2. Like we legit got through it in like 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not only playing that.
Yeah, that's
I'm playing a heap of my team.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, you love your my team.
I do. It's good fun. So that's what I've been doing with that. That's good fun.
Yeah.
While waiting for that to come out and Borderlands, I started playing Rage 2, and I actually really enjoyed that. Like I didn't think I would.
Fucking good, man.
Yeah,
it's like the combat and like the shooting and everything. It feels good as someone who's like bad at shooting. Like just how things move and how guns shoot and the explosions and stuff you can do. Just made the game feel better for me for someone who's bad at shooters. Basically, that's similar with like Borderlands. Like the whole mechanics of like shooting everything. All the guns are just so different that it's just not the same as like it's the basic. Like. I don't know, shotgun or whatever.
Like a running gun, yeah.
Yeah. Everything feels different in these type of games.
Dude, Rage's combat feels like a beautiful symphony of death, dude. Like with all the extra abilities they give you, you just like flow through like areas with like enemies in it. Like, you know, you'd be like throwing like a little vortex grenade that pops them up in the air, and then you like skeet shoot them out of the sky and blow them away.
Yeah, they blow up in the air and stuff like that. You can shoot them out of the air and stuff like that. It just felt really good.
Dude, the shotgun in that game just gets me fucking wet, dude. It's probably the best gun I've ever used in a video game. I'm like, dude, this gun is fucking nutty, dude. Like, it's so good.
Like, to be fair, I haven't fully been like listening to everything of the story, but like the gameplay has been fun enough for me.
Story, baby, where they fucking blow shit up. It's so fucking good, man. I can't believe that game did worse than the first one. I think like a hit job got put on that game.
They didn't have Blake Griffin on marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they legit like our friend Kiwi, he was super duper hyped for it. I'm like, I'm not too hyped for it. And he's like, oh yeah, I cannot wait for that game. It's gonna be so fun. He didn't even get it in the end. He's like, I didn't care about it in the end.
Whoa.
Yeah. Like, I went and bought that shit. I did not regret my decision at all.
That's the thing, though. You completely forget about games at times. Like, I totally forgot Rage was even out. I'll be real.
Dude, man, people are sleeping on that thing. I think it got some of the most ridiculous criticism I've ever seen for a video game, and I played it. After like looking through all the reviews, I'm like, dude, these people are just like fucking wrong. What's happening here? Like, I understand Bethesda's been a bit of a shit lately, but like, this is actually like a good game. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, that's all right.
Well, and then the last game that I've been playing was probably I spent the most time playing has been TFT, Teamfight Tactics.
Okay.
It's basically like the new game from Riot Games.
Okay.
They're classifying it as like a game mode, but it's their new game.
It's auto chess.
It's auto chess. It's like Riot, so League of Legends creators, Riot Games version of auto chess, what came from the Dota 2 mod. What I had played shit tons of time in. Like I said before, I had played like 100 hours of that, and then I've gone to this now, and I've played, God, too much. And like I'm higher in that than I am in League of Legends already.
That's crazy.
Like rank wise. Yeah. Like I really think it's a fantastic game.
Just dedicated.
Yeah, it's just good fun. What?
Potentially.
Yeah. I think it's good that they're actually coming out with new games and like that genre, because Epic have their own, Riot have their own, and Dota came out with their own, and League's one has just like skyrocketed ahead of all the rest by far.
Nice.
And like I had a chart. Wait, where is it?
Man's got charts for his games.
Yeah, man's got charts. Where can I post this?
Wait, what the hell?
My bad.
Oh,
my bad. That was me. Where can I put this so you can see? You don't have a chat room.
Oh yeah. Just chuck it in like general or something.
No, that's
oh, there it is.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. There's a chart, right? Yeah. So these are all the game modes League have ever created. So they did some PvE game modes, like what they have there. So TFT, how the game has gone. Earth ARM is basically like you play it, like it comes out and everyone comes back to the game of League of Legends basically to play that, and then they're like, as you can see how high it is and it just dies.
Yeah.
And the TFT, how it's steadily just grown to like this is per day, hours played. I think it's per 100,000 or something. Like that's kind of like the thing. So I think it was like at like 33 million people.
Yeah, damn.
So 33 million people a day. The average like hours played were like, I think it were like 6 hours, something like 5-6 hours.
Not bad.
So yeah, it's kind of came out strong, and I've like really enjoyed it. But yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Very good. What about you, Geordie?
All right. So I played Borderlands 3.
Nice.
I went big hard at it. I played Flack, my sweet boy.
Nice.
AKA homeless Kanye, AKA head boy. Yeah, I really fucking love that game. Its combat is super good. The guns feel incredible. Like I don't think I could even go back to play Borderlands 2 now. Like the difference is like night and day. Like Borderlands 2, like the guns kind of feel like they always felt kind of floaty, right? Like there was no real weight to them, which made their sensitivity feel kind of weird in that game. Like nothing really feel hefty or weighty, but like the guns in Borderlands 3, man, dude, they are incredible.
Yeah.
The little gimmicks that each like manufacturer has like really shakes up like the actual gameplay itself. Like it makes makes every gun feel like really like unique, basically. And it's so I hit endgame like pretty quick, and basically was just like went to like Mayhem 3. So they've implemented this new late game system called Mayhem levels. They basically work the exact same as Diablo Torment levels, right? So like the higher the Mayhem, the better the loot chance for like getting, legendaries and epics and stuff like that. And like, money drops and iridium drops, etc. So I went like pretty much to like level 3 Mayhem and just started farming some bosses. And like on launch, man, Mayhem was the most legendaries I got for killing a boss was like 13 or something. It was like fucking ridiculous.
Not bad.
It was, well, it's been nerfed now. You get like one. You get one per boss kill now, pretty much, or like one legendary for like two 2 boss kills. So it's been toned down massively because on average you just get like 6 or 7 legendaries per boss kill. It was insane. So I've still got a bunch of loot from that. And like, yeah, so I got a level 50 Flak. I've got like a level 27 Amara. I've got like a level 13 Modes and like a level 8 Zane. So I'm like slowly just going through all the other characters now, pretty much, and just playing them how I feel. It's, yeah. I mean, like, story, yeah, it kind of like, it's, some of the side quests are really well written, and some of them are really bad. like in terms of like actual like dialogue and stuff like that. And the main story is like, but I don't really like. I don't mind the Borderlands story. Like I like kind of like the general arc of like all the siren stuff going on and whatever. But I'm not really in Borderlands necessarily for the story. I'm kind of there for the loot.
That's fair.
So, and everything that they've done with that feels real good. And as for like things like level design is good. Like the environments are way more varied than just like being on Pandora, right?
Yeah, much more unique in this game.
Yeah,
I've seen
different planets. Like it's really cool. Prometheus is really sick. I like Eden 6 too, which is like kind of like a foresty, swampy planet.
No, that was my favorite for sure. Eden 6.
Yeah, like it's definitely like a, I don't know, for me it's probably like an 8 to 9 out of 10. Like I really fucking like that game. It's super sick.
Not bad.
Yeah, but we'll talk more about like the weird shit that's happening around it further down. But and I've also just started playing Untitled Goose Game, which is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
I've been playing it with the girl, and it's, dude, game made by a bunch of Australians. So immediately I had to like cop it and support them, right? Because we have like barely any game devs here. Dude, it's just a game where you play as a goose and you have these little objectives to just be a fucking menace to society. Like you go around stealing people's like fucking stereos and taking like carrots out of their yard and like grabbing like their equipment and dropping it in like lakes and shit. Like you are just an absolute menace, and it's just like one of the greatest games I've ever played.
And you know it's popular when Chrissy Teigen tweets about it too.
Oh god.
It's also kind of like a bit of a puzzly thing because you need to try and like distract some like the guy or whatever. You have to distract someone by doing something, then to steal something out of there and move it or whatever.
Metal Gear Goose, dude. You like give them like a honk, and then they go, "Yeah, where'd that honk just come from?" And then you go fucking steal their radio and run away with it. So I really can't wait to play more of that game. That game is, I've only played like the first level, maybe a little bit more, but that game is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And then Diablo 3 season, I've been playing. Me and Braden have been playing pretty much like what has it been, like the last 4 seasons of that game?
Yeah, 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah, and it's been I love just the process of just going to it. You know, you run through the season, you get kind of where you want to be, and and this season is the furthest I've been in a while in terms of like Greater Rifts. I've hit 98, so I'm like 2 away from hitting a Greater Rift 100, which is kind of like. It's been a while since I've hit Greater Rift 100, put it that way. It's like maybe season like 7 was the last time I hit Greater Rift 100. So I've been playing Monk, and it's been super good.
Let me ask you this: over like those 5 seasons, which one was your favorite?
I really liked Necro. Probably.
No. I meant like due to the special traits. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dude, probably last season with Logitech, where you could just like wear ancients and then you didn't have to be like tied down by like set pieces. I thought that was super sick.
I think I like the what was it? The one where you could have one less set piece.
The Granger set. Yeah.
The Granger set. Yeah,
before that. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was probably
the Diablo team's been kind of killing it with like the seasonal like things. This season has been like a season of triunes. Like these 3 circles get put on the ground whenever you go into like a rift or like a level, right? And they just give you different like abilities, like better cooldown reduction, resource cost reduction, and then one that just gives you like pure damage. But now the game has officially moved into the classic team. So it's no longer being actively developed by the Diablo team anymore. It's shifted. So
because they're working on Diablo 4.
Yeah,
Diablo 4.
Diablo Immortal, which one? We'll never know. But yeah, BlizzCon. Yeah, if they don't show Diablo 4, I think Blizzard maybe just get burnt down to the ground. And then been playing through Witcher 3 again with the girl. She's been at the helm though. I'm just there in case she gets stuck.
Nice.
But dude, that game is fucking incredible, man. I'll take any excuse to go back to The Witcher, dude. That game is so fucking good. It's unbelievable, and it's actually really interesting watching someone who doesn't play games. Like she really loves this game. Like anytime she comes down, she's like, "Oh, can we play some Witcher?" I'm like, "Absolutely, we can."
Nice.
But it's super interesting to watch someone, who doesn't really play games that often, really like pretty much what most people think is like the best game the game industry has to offer. And it's just like super funny that someone that doesn't play games is like immediately attracted to like one of the best like that we have in the industry.
As a side question, will you be watching the TV series that's being developed for it?
Yeah, man. I think
I'll give it a
Cavill's
squeeze.
a good cast for it, honestly. Like a lot of people are like hesitant at first. I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. I think he's kind of like perfect for the role, because he's playing young girl. If it was old girl and they're like, yeah, he's playing an old girl, I'd be like, don't really see it. I would have picked someone like, dude, put fucking Harrison Ford as old girl. I don't even care, dude.
Yeah.
But like, but young girl, yeah, man, he's good. He's good for it.
Nice. Yeah, I think it'll be good.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, well, we can hope.
I mean, anything has to be better than the Game of Thrones season finale.
Never watched that show.
Never watched it.
Oh, damn. My niche audience out there.
Yeah, your niche audience. Getting like three-fourths of the population. And then the last game I played a decent amount of was State of Decay 2, and boy oh boy is that game a fucking hot mess of garbage, dude. Okay, look, I went in with the lowest of lowest expectations for this game, right? I was interested in it because I think it has some interesting ideas going on. But fuck me, that game is broken as shit. And like, by the time you've played for 2 hours, you've literally gotten the whole loop. There is just nothing new after like 2 hours of that game.
Yeah.
Like,
very similar to State of Decay 1 in that aspect.
Yeah, so I went and I was playing with my boy Fraser, shout out Fraser, and I joined his game, right? And so basically that meant whatever characters I had, okay, I could switch between them, but I could never like heal any of my people that were in like my own game or whatever, right? Which didn't matter because I was always just going to keep playing with him, so I was like, whatever. But weird thing to do, but anyway. So the next part of it was, all of a sudden I'd be ready to go like fucking sneak up on a zombie and boom, I just fucking fall under the earth, just completely jump on the map and then be teleported back to Fraser. I'm like, epic, very good. and then we'd come up on like a big like horde of like zombies, right? And we'd fucking kill them and mow them down, whatever. Then I just keep getting hit randomly. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? There's invisible zombies hitting me that Fraser can see, but I can't, but are still hitting me. So a couple of times I was like getting this like, because there's now this dumb like virus thing if you keep getting hit by these like red glowy ones, right? And it like makes your character more progressively sick. And of course I couldn't fucking see them half the time. And I was just getting smacked around by them. So Fraser literally had to babysit me like half the game because I couldn't see half the fucking zombies running around. And then the game was just like a loop of just like, go here, kill this thing. Oh, there's an infestation. If you leave that too long, you're going to have a lot of zombies walking at you. And I'm like, but then me and Fraser found a way to break the game even further by just like, so the system is meant to be that if you don't clear them out, the map just kind of fills up and then you're in real big shit. We just realized if we close out of the game and both come back in, they're all gone. So like, why would we waste the ammo and or the equipment? And oh my dude, that game is a fucking mess. I did not enjoy my time in State of Decay 2. Do not play that. But I was playing it on the Xbox Pass for 2 months for $2. That's a steal.
That's
However,
good.
However, I would never buy that game. I would never touch it. Even if it was on sale for $5, it's not worth it.
Damn. There you go.
That's a glowing review.
What have you been playing, Alex?
You know, staying on that platinum grind as usual. I'm up to 53 platinums. So staying on that grind. Most recent game I played was a game called The World of Knubbler. Very simple story game.
What the fuck is this?
You know, you can have a look at it on Google. It was a 30-minute platinum, so I'm not going to say it was difficult by any standard. But it was a nice game to just sort of sit down on a weekend and play sort of thing. Hitman and Lara Croft go.
For the whole weekend?
No.
Long weekend.
No. I just sat down and played it while I was eating lunch, sort of thing, and I literally finished it in the time that I was eating lunch, so it was very quick.
It looks like if Limbo didn't want to kill itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, it's got some nice colors and stuff in there too. Hitman Go, Lara Croft Go, puzzle games. Hitman Go, I'll say, was surprisingly difficult for what it was.
Oh, dude, I played it on mobile. That shit you need big brain for.
Yeah, 100%. That one took me it took me about a week and a half to finish. Because I do one chapter at a time, just because it takes so long to sort of sit through and work out the strategy for it. Some of them I had to look up video shoots for, because I was like,
wow,
this is ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. I hit up the YouTube for that.
Yeah, that game's fucking hard.
It's tough.
Yeah.
And then I jumped back into Uncharted 3 because the multiplayer servers closed, and I got fucking gypped because my online pass didn't work. So now I'll never get that last trophy for Uncharted 3. So I was really upset with that. And then I've been playing this game. So it's a mobile game, and
I know it.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure every YouTuber in their mothers had a sponsored post with this. This is not sponsored, but one of our
we could be.
We could be.
Nudge.
This video is sponsored by Shadow Legends.
Old mate Jammy in the office, he played it and he was like, "Oh, it's actually not bad." And it's just basically an RTS. It's got auto fight features, so don't have to play it or anything. I literally just sit it on my desk and watch while I win battles. Yeah, pro struts.
Interactive game.
Exactly. I'm more so there for the characters with the big titties. I'm kidding.
I could, man, you asked me before, brother. I can send you some games on Steam.
Wait.
Is it the KFC one, Break?
Yeah, that's what I was just meant. That's exactly. Yeah, it's free. Do you know it's free?
It is. I've got a YouTube video coming out for it soon.
Okay, very good. I downloaded it yesterday. I was just about to bring that up.
I was. You'll love it. I eat nuggets while I'm playing it. I like to fully immerse myself in the gameplay.
Sounds rough.
Hey, I'll watch that.
100%.
I'll 100% watch that.
I can't wait to see how you edit that one.
Oh, don't worry, it'll be interesting, that's for sure. And then I guess that's sort of what I've been playing, but so nothing super exciting, just doing trophy cleanups for the most part, and clan bosses and shit like that, and Raid Shadow Legends, just because everyone in the office has been playing it. So, good to get involved with office culture. So major game releases for the month of October: Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Grid, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition for the Switch, Overwatch for the Switch, Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville, WWE 2K20, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Medieval, Super Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz HD, major cop right there, and Luigi's Mansion 3 for the Switch.
Fuck all the rest of those games except Super Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz HD, dude.
No. I played that on the GameCube. Me and my sister, we used to love that game. Legit.
100% I all the way. You'd be surprised how many times I played that when I had a PSP. That was a top-selling title.
It was actually pretty good. But the real game I'm looking at there is Luigi's Mansion.
Not WWE?
Nah, man, I haven't bought one of them in like 3 years. They're worse. They're 120% worse than the 2K games. Like how bad they are. Like in the way of like, what's good is starting next year is they have new whoever had their rights. 2K. Yeah, okay. 2K lost their rights with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they're bringing in someone new to do it. So, a whole new engine. Because apparently, what happened was, when they were going to go to the PS4, the engine, they started creating a new engine, but because they had to also put it out on the PS3, they had to keep the old engine, and at that point, they're like, fuck it. So basically, they've kept the same engine for the last 8 years.
Yeah, right.
Because of that reason, because they also had to release them on the PS3. So, it's like, I'll play it once they get a new engine because it's bad.
Yeah. So you got Luigi's Mansion 3. I've got Medieval.
Medieval, yeah.
Definitely Medieval. As the resident PlayStation fanboy, definitely copying that. Because originally played that on the PlayStation 1, and I actually played the Call of Duty Modern Warfare open beta on PC, and I didn't mind that actually. It felt for the longest time very Call of Duty. So. Yeah. I liked it. I'll be honest, my computer did struggle, so I'm actually going out to get some upgrades for it in the next week or two. But yeah, new graphics card.
Join the club.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go all out on the graphics card. Future-proof it. I'm going NVIDIA
2080,
2070.
Oh, the same Bella got. That's exactly what Bella bought.
Yeah. And because if I buy that, I get Call of Duty Modern Warfare for free.
2070.
Incredible.
Very nice.
So that's what I'm thinking.
Very good.
What are you thinking, Geordie?
Dude, if I'm being honest, man, kind of Call of Duty to see what the campaign's gonna be like, but also like I also played Medieval growing up too, so kind of excited to see how that goes.
Yep.
But yeah, all the rest of that stuff, I sleep. Besides Witcher 3 on Switch, obviously.
Cop again?
Well, gotta cop both, dude.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I guess while we're on the topic of Call of Duty Modern Warfare and the open beta, people have already discovered loot boxes and just announced the other day the Spec Ops mode is going to be exclusive to the PlayStation 4 for a year, which is basically the entire lifetime of a Call of Duty game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a slice of Spec Ops. It's like a mode in Spec Ops called like Survival, which sounds pretty much like it's gonna just be a wave-based thing.
Yeah, it's essentially the wave-based version that they've used in like Modern Warfare with Infinity Ward. So
yeah, but
that's their thing.
Nuts. Like,
it's fun.
A year is the death of a COD game, though.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
It's like the fact that it's a whole year. Like, sure, all right. If it's like a biannual, like, franchise, right? One comes out every 2 years. Sure, then you get like another year out of it. But like, literally, fucking Black Ops 37 is going to come out next year.
Yeah.
And like, well, actually, it depends, man. I think. Honestly, Modern Warfare might be one of the ones that has some staying power if next year's is like some future shit. Because I feel like people do not want to go back to some future shit at all.
And like, I guess, that 100%. And with the Call of Duty, I don't know if you guys sort of seen it, but they've franchised it. So they've got a couple of teams that are going to be in different cities around the US. And so there's big, for esports side of things. So like Optic Gaming doesn't exist anymore. It's going to be like LA. It's going to be the LA team. They haven't given it a name yet.
There was someone.
Well, that'd be Dallas, wouldn't they?
No, so NRG. So Hector Rodriguez, who's the owner of Optic, or no longer the owner of Optic, he's moved to NRG Esports. There was huge controversy. It was basically Optic Gaming was sold to Infinite, and Infinite went bankrupt, and they've been sold to Immortals.
Yeah,
And
that's
so-
why.
And Immortals is dissolving basically most of the Optic Gaming brand, but they wanted to buy the League spot and the
Yeah, they are in the
CSGO
League
and,
spot.
and the CWL spot too. So
Oh, shit,
that's
that's
why
so
they purchased Optic.
They got back in the fucking league.
Yep. So in League next season, Dignitas is back, Immortals are back, and Evil Geniuses have taken Echo Fox's spot.
Yeah,
What
poor
is
Rick Fox.
What is going on, man?
Did you hear about the Echo Fox story?
Yeah, of course we did.
That's
Rick
crazy.
Fox's main game was League.
Yeah,
So of
crazy.
course we did.
Yeah, that's nutty.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
So lots is going on there. So, but I'm sure like that sort of would impact the new Call of Duty game and how long its lifespan is. Because I think there's sort of that weird middle ground of like boots to ground, futuristic stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is though, like, all right, so right, they're like, all right, Activision was like, look, there's no loot boxes at launch of the game, right? And as soon as I heard at launch, I'm like, all right, well, they're in the game. Like, as soon as they said it's only going to be launch, right? And then, someone who leveled up apparently like got like a random like pop up. It's just like, all right, loot boxes, right? Dude, I'm not surprised.
No,
I'm not surprised at all. Like, of course,
it's
like,
in every
of course
game.
and it's not even like it's like the devs' fault, but of course, because they're the face, they're the people that get like shit on the most. Like, this is 100% like a publisher thing. Like, it's like I don't even know why people expected that. As soon as you read the line, it will not be there at launch. Basically, just means we're not having loot boxes so that our reviews look really good, and then we slide them back in a month after launch.
Yeah.
That's what happened with Black Ops 4. There was no like purchasable loot boxes at all. Boom, month later, straight back in there, dude. Slid straight in. And then that's when I stopped playing because I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And like, okay, there's a difference, right? Cosmetics and loot box, fine. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Who cares? They put like actual weaponry behind the paywall, and it's like, dude, okay, right. So you're doing
That's when it gets too far. Like when it actually enhances the like player's ability.
Oh, not even that. It's just like it just takes away from like something that should be like
grinded out,
like paid for. Especially if it's just made worse when like it is a broken item in the box.
Yeah.
Anyway, Call of Duty has the fucking curse of Activision, so it's unlucky for them. Like, I think Modern Warfare will sell extremely well in comparison to the last 2 to 3 years.
Brand new engine too.
Yeah, exactly. I think it'll sell like probably about 6 million more units, right? Because it'll get some of the old dogs back who really love the boots to ground shit, like real realistic type dealio. But like the fact that it's confirmed that pretty much what's that other studio? Treyarch is making the next one because of Raven and Sledgehammer butting heads.
Yeah.
So they're not making the next one, which means that Treyarch is stepping in to make another one, and they just had Black Ops 4 last year.
Yeah, and they've got their 3-year dev.
Man, this shit's gonna be messy in the next 2 years. Like, it's gonna be such a slippery slope. I don't know what Activision's even thinking there.
See, that wouldn't be surprising then if Modern Warfare does last longer.
I agree. I think that will be the downfall of the other Call of Duty series may be the boost to Modern Warfare. That longevity.
Well, we'll see how it goes. The next thing, which is like pretty recent news, is Twitch is getting a bit of a redesign.
Look at it right now. It's already changed.
It's already changed?
So I went on it yesterday. It didn't look like this. I clicked it. It's like right before the podcast. I'm like, this is not what I remember.
It's fresh.
Whoa.
It's very fresh.
Very 2019 UI.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you think about this, Geordie? Because you'd probably be the one who uses it for streaming and stuff.
Yeah.
Go to browse and it's hop or something.
Yeah. No, this is clean. This is great.
Yeah.
This is a great
change.
Oh,
the pop-out effect, yeah. They've done it to the logo, too.
This is like...
Oh, what? What the hell?
Because it's doing like the Twitch logo thing.
But if you go into them, they no longer go by like highest to lowest.
They're giving people chances.
They do for me.
For me,
you can sort by.
You can sort by. I see that, but like, It's just recommended for you. That's interesting.
What do you think about? What do you think about this? I mean, very fresh.
Just
you go.
I was gonna say, just from what I saw from like the recommended for you thing, gives smaller streamers a chance. It's there because I have someone who has 57 views, like the fourth thing I see. Right, so just that it would give people with lower viewers a higher chance to be seen. For sure.
And they've got dark theme too.
Yeah, where is that?
On your profile.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, alright, got it. Boom. Oh, that looks so much better.
So, Geordie, what do you think about this as probably our resident Twitch streamer?
Twitch boy.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, this is nice, man. This is like, this is much needed, like facelift. Kind of like, it really reminds me of, have you guys tried out the new Steam library? Like with the beta for it?
I have seen it. It looks nice. It's like edge to edge.
Dude, it's clean as fuck. I've been using it the last like week or so. Dude, it's so much better, man. Like I feel like these are like actually changes that like in a positive direction, and I don't think anybody's gonna yell at them. Like usually when like websites change shit, like YouTube or whatever for like layouts, people fucking are in a flurry, dude. They're like, dude, this is the worst thing ever since sliced bread. And it's like, dude, no, these are clean, man. The Steam update to the UI and this update is just very 2019 and modern looking. I like it.
Because it's TwitchCon this weekend, so they brought it out just in time for that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. No, I like it. It's slick.
Yeah. But why aren't we on Mixer?
Use Restream and then get it on everything.
Man,
that's MLG. That's 200 IQ players.
Can we stream to Stitcher?
Well, 100% we'll be streaming on Stitcher. Biggest audience we've got.
But Alex, have you seen my stream on Mixer?
I do you stream?
Yeah, I stream on Mixer.
Oh, nice. Well, link me. I'll connect it to the Discord. I'll connect it to the Discord. If you check out the streams tab, we promote Geordie all the time.
I know.
Oh yeah.
We auto promote you every time you go live.
Yeah, that's how I always know when Geordie's live. It pops up.
Yeah, dude.
He's live. Yeah, every time it pops up.
See,
you just need more. You just need more than 5 people in the Discord channel.
Well, now it's live. That promo video. Fucking share that shit.
Dude, throw it around.
100%.
Yeah, throw it around.
All right, Alex, start us on the next story, bro.
Yeah, 100%. So, I guess tying into sort of the streaming sort of thing. Good segue. Logitech has purchased Streamlabs for a whopping $89 million. So Streamlabs, for those of you who don't know, they do some of those in OBS effects sort of things. So when you get your Twitch notifications and stuff like that, that's where these guys come into play. So I guess Logitech is making a bigger push into the stream space, it would seem. What do we think about this move?
Makes sense. I mean, most people use their like webcams, like the C920s and shit. Usually always sold out, man.
That's the one. That's the one I got.
Yeah, exactly. That's one.
That's what everyone uses.
Yeah.
That's the one I need.
So they must have just like looked at the software and then they go, "Hey, we can." It wouldn't surprise me if they go for a push for like a streaming setup, kind of like Dealio, where it comes with like a microphone, a camera, and like maybe like some sort of stream deck. And it's got, Streamlabs like built into all of it.
Bit of an Elgato sort of
competitor,
I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, Elgato's the only real good one out, so
yeah. Because I know Elgato have they don't. Logitech's the one with the webcam that sort of auto removes your background too. So
yep.
Yeah. So they might be looking into more of that space. So be interesting to see what sort of plays they make in the coming future. Next piece of news was that a collectible Fallout 76 helmet was recalled due to a dangerous level of mold found inside the helmet. And I mean, if Fallout 76 wasn't bad enough, way to tarnish it with its merch too.
Alright, let me. This story is exactly what I thought it was. Okay, as soon as I read this headline and watched fucking like Yong and other people do a video on it, I'm like, I bet this shit is blown so far out of proportion it's not even. I go into it, they're like, oh yeah, they all have fucking mold in the helmet, and then literally like a day ago, they're like, oh yeah, it's just 15 of them, and it's like these specific Nuka-Cola ones.
Lol.
No, that's all of them. They only sold 15.
Yeah, exactly. And then fucking...
Nobody won Fallout 76.
No one's updated these stories or anything. They're all just sitting there still, just like... It was just like, I knew this shit would be exactly what it is. Because otherwise I would be dead like 4 months ago.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. Classic. I mean, yeah, it's fucking bad though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's out of the dev's hand though. Like, what do you want them to do? Like, obviously, it's like comical because it's like, haha, game bad. It's like, this is just, dude, that game's never gonna catch a break.
Classic media agencies always reporting incorrect news.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, welcome to journalism in 2019.
Actually, I probably shouldn't shit talk my my boss. Feels bad. So next piece of news. At the Apple I/O event, the last 2 weeks ago now, and Google's press conference, they announced some game arcades, which sort of to move more games into the living room and still have that sort of like iOS mobile feel. I've had a look at some of the lineups from the event, and there's one of them in there which looks like a straight rip-off of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's unbelievable.
Oceanhorn.
Yeah.
It's been out for ages.
It's unbelievably... it's an unbelievable rip-off. I saw that and I was like...
A good rip.
I was like, man, I don't even have to buy a Nintendo Switch to play this game anymore. But what do we think about sort of the more move from mobile gaming to more of an in-home sort of gaming service for the everyday
They're just jumping on because everyone else is. They want to be another platform.
Yeah. That's fair.
It might be like better for the consumer in the way that like, okay, you're paying the $5 and then what? I think it's Google has like, it's like 300 games and apps or something, and then Apple it's like a little over 100, right?
Yeah.
It might be good in the way that you're paying $5 for something that's at least quality and maybe isn't shoveled with microtransactions like 99% of the mobile market, which is good if you like to play kind of like quality games and not just like slot machine games.
The amount of times I wish I could just pay like $2 for a game and get rid of microtransactions.
Exactly.
I'd legit do it.
Yeah, I think that's the important thing here. I think this may not be a service for the general population, but it may actually be a service for people who actually want to play good games on the mobile.
Yeah.
And like wish that there wasn't all this bullshit.
Like most of the time, the games are normally pretty decent, but then you just stagnate after so long because you need a microtransaction. I'd rather just pay something for the game, and so that stagnation doesn't happen so easily.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to perform better, Alex?
I think Google. I don't know why, but I think that they'll sort of pull in those higher tier developers. Like they've got a couple of big ones for the Stadia that they've brought in, and a couple of first party exclusives that are meant to be coming out too. But I don't know. I think that they've got like a bigger investment in games at the moment. But overall, I just see it as like a good win for video games and the industry as a whole. And especially for smaller developers too, because it's some of those ones that wouldn't be, say, made or have the license for, say, like your PlayStation or your Xbox. So it's good for everyday people to jump on and sort of get involved with games from like from a light standpoint, I guess.
Do we know how the split works for developers though? Like it's $5 a month, right? Like US, which is they're probably gonna be like Australia, $10 a month, and I'm gonna go, no, thank you.
Well, I mean, if we look at streaming services like in general, Disney's launching for $8, and so I guess they're more so just going for the high volume. Like I don't know how the system would work. I would assume it would.
Disney owns all of that shit. Though.
That's true. Maybe
this is like random devs, like hundreds of them.
I'm just wondering if it would go off, say, like a playtime, like an engagement, like a YouTube factor, where it's like, oh, you're more so not being paid for how many people click on the video, but how many people stay and like how long they stay. Because I mean, as like a general rule, we know that's sort of Google's go-to thing.
Yeah. I mean, and you're not gonna play like 300 games most likely. There's probably like 5 in there that you're maybe interested in. You'll probably just 5, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I see it as cool, but we'll see. But I'm just having a look here, an article on Vice, and seeing how it just says it's hard to use Apple's Arcade without wondering how developers will be paid. And it says, and the subtitle says, if engagement and time spent are the metrics for success, won't it just lead people to make games that encourage it?
Yeah, fun.
I mean, bit of an article there. A shout out Vice. Probably the only time I'll get. Probably the only time they'll get one from me. But yeah. So I that's what I think would be probably the. Wait, here we go. Developers earn a royalty that incorporates time subscribers spend in their app and captures how users value all types of content, from weather apps to epic endless runners. We're continuously refining the model to make sure it fairly rewards titles that bring the highest user value. So that's a comment. Whoa. That's a comment from from Google.
That's a dangerous game.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
They must have given them some fallback, right? It'd be like some Epic Game shit, right? You'd be like, hey, if you come into this service, we'll give you like 50K, right? To just sit there for now. Because like, surely if you're a game dev, right, and maybe even a small one at that, and you know, there's some other big boys sitting in with like the 300 of them.
Yep.
You would want some like, you know, safety net, right? Surely, because otherwise, like, you know, what if no one touches it?
Yeah.
Insane.
Exactly. And they mention like endless runners there. Like, imagine like a Flappy Bird or something in there where it's just like you've got people making good quality games, and then there's just garbage which has got high playtime, and because of that they're getting more pay. Yeah, hopefully it works out well for developers. That's my only concern. But we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Developing story. Yeah, Braden, with in terms of upcoming stories and leaks.
So for the old Pokemon Sword and Shield, so a big leak just happened in the recent weeks. So they normally, like how Nintendo like to do it, or Game Freak likes to do, is just slowly release out Pokemon and like show you different things. Because like the latest one was released, I think it was a week ago. It was a Pokemon called Surfetch. Basically Gala version of Farfetch'd. Man's got like a sword and like a shield type of thing. Looks interesting. But what's happened is someone has leaked something on Twitter, basically featured on a site code names, which indicated its evolution state. So basically, how it described it was, so the starter Pokemon Sobble, codename on the website is Charmeleon 1, which could indicate that it's the first evolution in the Charmeleon-like line. While a Pokemon they showed really early called Corviknight, what's their new like still flying type, was called codename G Commandi 3, which would indicate that it's a third stage flying Pokemon. So we didn't know this was like a 3-stage. We thought this might have just been a lone Pokemon and stuff like that. So all the Mon that have been released so far have had this on it. So a lot of Mons that we thought were just like by themselves for like a first stage actually have been like a second stage or something like that. Whereas Big Leak was kind of may determine what they're going to show us next now for the next portion, because it's less than 2 months now until the game comes out.
Yeah, very, very soon.
Yeah, so that was a big thing that's gone around, but people are still like really iffy on it because like, did you hear about the whole like Pokédex thing?
No.
So basically, because what's happened is they have to recreate every single Pokemon in now a 3D like area for the Switch, and now that this is the next gen, there's over 1,000 Mons they have to recreate. and they just did not have the time to do this. So they're pretty much limited to just the Gala decks. So whatever's in this game are the only ones that can be in this game. So you can't transfer Pokemon over from another game.
Oh, that sucks.
So, well, I understand why.
Makes sense, yeah.
Time frames and things.
Fuckload of work, man.
Yeah, like, and they said they're still going to have over 500 of them.
Mm.
Like, come on.
That's decent.
Yeah. And people were also like really critical about like when they were showing like the original couple like demos and stuff. There was like clipping in like some of the shots, and like things were loading like in the background weirdly, and people were like, "Oh, I can't believe they're showing us this game like this. This is horrendous. This is like 5 months before the release." I'm like, "This is a demo of the game. This is showing you what it could be." And people are like, "No, they can't do this. That's an unacceptable game these days. Demos should be fully whatever." Shut up.
We've seen Watch Dogs. Come on.
Yeah. the people like are just so over the top with.
Give me the jank. I want the jank. Show me the jank so I know that they're real humans.
Yeah.
Mm. But yeah, so it was mainly like the leak on the Pokédex type of thing of like where people Pokemon are like in on it. Well, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. So how are you feeling sort of like 2 months out from the game release?
I'm still so keen. The very first time I actually saw the overworld and how you can move around so easily, like when Let's Go came out, I thought that was awesome. Of like this the open world and the Pokemon in the open world, right?
Mm.
This game is like the only thing I wanted was this give me the openness of the overworld and like the free will to go anywhere you want and just have the Pokemon there, and it is like that.
Yeah. And
like you can get rare encounters and stuff, and you're like, oh, I finally found like this rare one in what's like 15 levels higher than everything else. Well, you would expect in a proper, like if you're in like a Pokemon world, everything wouldn't be like level 5, right?
Yeah.
You know, there would be like a king of that area or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I find like little things like that. I'm really, really, really keen for it. So I cannot wait. And I'm the only person I know getting Shield. So
wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very cool. Geordie, are you copping or sort of just playing Braden's?
You'll probably watch.
Watch.
Look, if I'm pretty tempted by the small Switch boy because he's not too expensive. It'd be like a couple months of saving.
Yep.
I would cop because it looks like what my young brain wanted in a Pokemon game.
Yes, it's definitely.
Yeah.
Like it's like I feel like it's really fulfilling that childhood of like, whoa, imagine if it was like a big world and you had your Pokemon buddy walking like right next to you.
That was always what I wanted.
And you could see them and like, oh, I want to run into you and blah blah blah.
And then young Jordan was just like, I really also want some curry on rice. Like,
why is that's hilarious. So there's a cooking system where it's all about cooking curries, and people absolutely blew up like, you put fucking 300 curries in this game and you couldn't put in the rest of the Pokemon.
Dude, I'm like 300 curries over the rest of
and the difference between having 300 curries would be the same as like having like another 40 Pokemon.
Yeah. I love that.
Dude, so good. But yeah, I would cop if I had small boy console. So maybe a little bit in the future if I can actually get like a little part-time job or something.
Yeah.
And if I did, dude, I'd cop Shield too. Easy money.
Easy.
Shield, no sword?
No.
Interesting.
Oh! So the Switch Lite is going to be 200. That's not too bad.
US.
200 US? That's still not too bad.
300 something.
It'll drop.
I'll check on the EB site right now for you. Nope. Oh wait, no, sorry. It said when trading in, yeah. I got a 3DS. You want to trade that in?
Is it an XL?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, man.
So 330 isn't too bad.
That'll
How much is the normal Switch? How much is the normal Switch?
Yeah, but see, at that point, what is the normal Switch? 400?
I'm checking right now. 400, yeah.
You see, at that point, you're better off just getting a normal Switch, I reckon.
See, that's what I thought, though. See, that's the thing. It's like the price difference in America is actually like
massive.
Substantial.
Yeah.
But like, because it's like 200 to 300, it's like $100 right there. Australia's like, no, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Literally.
That's the problem with Australia. It's like you may as well cop the more expensive thing because they're kind of close anyway. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Oh, well.
It's legit 400.
Well, I mean, speaking of new consoles, PlayStation... Do you like that segue? You like that? That was spicy. PlayStation 5 news. So, if you guys have been listening since our last episode, surprising.
Was that like a year ago?
A year ago. Yeah.
The continuity. Incredible.
I remember I said, you know what? E3... I 100% see a PlayStation 5 being announced, but here we are talking about actual PlayStation 5 news, credible news that's come out.
All right, you me share with you some news that I have?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so from what I've heard, because I've actually been listening to a lot of things and doing my own research lately, and so they stated for the PS5, PlayStation stated that no console will be released or coming out anytime this year until March. Okay. So in March, they're doing their own PlayStation Now type
PS
thing.
Now. Yep.
And that is when they're most likely going to announce the PS5 for a release later that year. So next year, this time next year, we should be very close to what should be released.
Because that would be a 7-year cycle. Because PlayStation 3 was 2013.
Yep. I also have found... So they painted it. Patented?
Patented. Yeah. There we go.
Patented, that's the word. And trademarked a look for the PS5.
Oh my god! I've seen that stuff, man. Yeah. What do we think?
So I put it in the chat for you, Jordy.
I can't see. I can't see it.
That's a Google URL that has a redirect notice.
There you go. There's a new one.
Hey, arigato.
And just scroll down a bit.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, that is like something you mount to the top of your car to let airflow.
Yeah, so it's meant to be because it's a PS5 and they're going off the Roman numeral V. So for 5.
But look at all that empty space. You could put so much more in there. Chuck in an SSD, like an additional SSD in there.
I will. Yeah, so the sides are because the PS5 is basically on par with top end computers. It's meant to be. That's why they need all this air venting. You can see the inside and the outsides.
That's some wacky looking shit right there, dude.
Yeah.
It feels like it's like VR goggles you put over.
Yeah. Alex might put a picture in or something so you can see or in the description or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. So apparently it's meant to be this is what they've put in for basically this may not be what it is, but this is what they put in for the trademarks.
Yeah.
All the handwritten stuff that was done. There was all the paperwork, all the handwritten 3D modeling drawings. This is what it looked like, and then some Let's Go Digital 3D printed what it was meant to look like, and this is what it is.
Yeah, right. I've seen it though. I wouldn't be surprised if this was one of their dupes that they do.
Yeah, but I actually like the look of it. If I'm honest with you,
it's
I kind of like it. It's different. It's different. You like it more you look at it?
The more I like it, the more I look at it. At first I was like, this is legitimately an afterburner on top of a car.
Yeah.
or a supercharger or whatever.
If you could click the link, Jordy, you can see a second picture under it from different angles.
You'll see that on Dominic Toretto's car in the new Fast and Furious movie.
But yeah, I think it's super interesting. This is proving that we're very close.
Yeah.
The other thing I've heard, what you may really like, Alex, is it's meant to be backwards compatible all the way back to the PS1.
Oh,
no fucking way!
Yep.
That I can't believe it.
Yep. They said it's going to be 100%.
They got so much shit for not making 4 backwards compatible. So
it's meant to be backwards compatible 100% to the 3.
Yep.
But they said there's a very good chance it could be all the way back to the PS1.
That would be awesome.
No fucking way.
So if you guys, I don't know if you guys know, but recently I've sort of been on my little binge collecting mode. So I've got I bought a PlayStation 1 and 2 again, and a couple of old games. So I went.
What you feel bad once this can play all of them? You're like, why do I have this?
No, because I've got the discs for all of them. Like, it's exciting. Like, I went thrift shopping and I saw Crash Bandicoot, the original, for $5.
Hell yeah, that's a steal.
And I picked that up. I got Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, and Two Towers for $3 each.
No, that's a good bargain too.
Yeah. So I got some good ones there.
But yeah, because this is meant to be like near close to a top end PC.
Yep.
The price is going to be quite expensive.
Yeah.
American, it's going to be around $500 to $600 US, and then about 800 AUD.
Because I paid $450 for the PS4 when it first came out.
Well, I wonder though if they're gonna do what they kind of did to Microsoft this gen, which is like take less money per unit sold, but then
volume.
Just try and do your first party tiles correctly, and then sell like a mass quantity of them. Because like this console gen was not even fucking close. Like PS4 is on track to pass PS2.
Yeah.
Like,
that's crazy.
At its trajectory right now, it is apparently meant to pass like PS2, like in like a year or two, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe they just try and do the thing that they did this gen, which is like undercut the price a bit, even though the hardware inside is better, or at least in the original consoles was better, and just like take the $5 profit from like per machine, like, and just try and sell as many as humanly possible.
Yeah.
But, well, only time will tell.
But yeah, I don't mind that. And if the backwards compatibility thing is true, that's awesome, because one of my biggest things at the moment, and I think Braden, you had this issue. I've had it since I bought it for the longest time, where the PlayStation 4 just keeps ejecting my disc in the middle of playing.
Do you know how you came over that time and we tried to play PlayStation 2? Yeah, I haven't tried to turn it back on since then. Yeah.
Like, because I love the PlayStation 4, and there's some games that I was playing. Like, I was going through the Spyro Reignited trilogy, played 1 and 2, got halfway through 3, and my disc just ejected mid-game, and I was just like, no, that's it. And I sort of called it quits there, and I haven't played, like, the only things I've played on PS4 since are digital games.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, that shit's infuriating. So as long as they get rid of that stuff too, because I've seen so many people in like forums with that issue, where it's like, if you're going to make games that have discs, make sure that that's not an issue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But they have to do the whole disc thing.
Yeah. Oh, 100%, especially with the backwards compatibility stuff. But we'll see. But speaking of like new sort of titles, Insomniac purchased Sony. What the fuck?
Oh,
Sony.
No way.
Big dick move right there.
Mate, big dick energy right there. Sony purchased Insomniac. So the guys who made Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4, they made Sunset Overdrive, Ratchet and Clank, lots of games. So exciting to see them come back to the family, because they were originally with Sony. So expecting to see a lot of good titles.
You do know why they've done that, right? You do know why they've done that, right?
Yeah.
Because they want an exclusive for the PS5 release.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So that's what they're slowly starting to do. They're trying to get... Because there's one game at the moment. It has no release date, and it looks like it will be a PS5 like launch title.
Sashimi.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Most likely, because it will be announced at that same Sony thing, or it will be a PS5 release title.
Yep.
Yeah, well, look, with the amount of fucking leaves being kicked up in that E3 trailer, I'm like, yeah, that's next gen.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way this comes out on fucking PS4. Like, this is a bait right here.
That's what's that word? I was gonna say ray tracing, but it's not that. I was trying to think of that word. Technical
We'll come back to that word.
But speaking of games that are going to be tied very closely to the suspected release date, Last of Us 2. So we know that game had its PlayStation 3 life cycle and then sort of made its way as a remaster to PlayStation 4. So do we see the same thing happening with it on 5? Because I mean, it's been given a release date of tentatively the 21st of Feb 2020, which very, very close to March. So
no, that's not coming out. That's coming out the PS4, 100%. It's not.
Oh,
it's no.
Yeah,
the PS5 is not going to come out for the end of the year. So of course they'll probably remake it, remaster it for the.
Oh, yeah, they double did it.
Yeah, 100% double did it. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's good though. I watched the trailer for it, and man, oh man, that is way more gory than the first game, and I'm super excited. Ellie's in it as the main character. Joel's there as a cameo. Yeah, the whole family's back.
All two of them.
Yeah, all two of them, and Tommy.
The whole family.
So keen for that. Absolutely fucking love The Last of Us. Made me so sad the first time I played, but super excited for the second one. But as a speaking of gore, so recently there's been sort of like a big kick up and a big stink as to violence in video games, especially with what's been going on in America. But I just sort of wanted to get your guys' take as obviously gamers to see what your thoughts are on, I guess, the state of video games and violence, and where you think it's come from, and
old people are stupid.
Yeah,
they don't want to blame what's meant to be blamed, so they like oh, what's up with video games? We can blame video games.
Yeah,
wait, like it came up from the guy who I forgot was he did a big shooting, and then they're like, oh, it's because he played violent video games, and then he said no, it's because I hate whatever people that he was killing. He stated that, and they're like, nah, it's because he played video games. He's like, no, I killed them because I wanted to kill them because I hate their like race or whatever. I'm like, you're not listening to why. You're idiots.
Yeah, because I mean, even like in a video that was dropped not long ago, I saw it on The Guardian. It's Donald Trump being like, oh, video games cause violence in children, and I was like, it's so crazy to think that, like, you know, you've got these kids out here growing up playing shit like Minecraft, and you're like, oh yeah, this is causing shootings in this country.
Yeah, man, don't you just feel real aggressive, like you want to go and commit a mass murder when you fucking play Katamari? You're just like, oh man, rolling up all these objects into a ball just really makes me want to go fucking kill some people, right, brothers? Nah, I mean, look, here's the deal, all right? Fucking, I don't know, right-wing media, okay? You take the violence out of film, all right, and then we'll take it out of the video games, okay? Because no one seems to be blaming fucking films for anything. like any other medium that has like depictions of violence in it. Yeah, they've just got the fucking Monopoly Go pass, dude. They're just like, oh yeah, no, keep going. Yeah, like, I mean, games is just the easiest fucking scapegoat, right? Because they're not cool about it. Well, it's also that, but it's just also that like fucking everyone plays games now, right? It's literally like most people like play them, even if you're like casual, whatever. Some sort of way, and like, you know, most guys who grow up in like a, you know, like a Western country typically have some sort of game console that, you know, they may, depending on what they play, they may just play like, you know, FIFA or whatever, right? But typically, you know, they'll go to like a bargain bin and buy like a COD at some point or something, right? Just as like something else. Most people have played a violent video game, but like it's just like, it's stupid. Like it's like they've done studies on it, and like of like, you know, aggressive games, does it cause aggressive like behavior? And it's like, no. like universally across all studies, it's been like violent video games do not make violent people. People with like bad socioeconomic backgrounds become violent people. Like if they're in shitty situations, it just so happens that, you know, they play games as a form of like escapism and things like that. So then they just get like, they're like, oh, this troubled child's playing video game, and it's just like, man, fucking hell, it's so fucking dumb.
Yeah, I agree, and that's like, everyone's easy sort of scapegoat to just be like, oh no, video games are violent, so that's what we'll say. But yeah, man,
fucking when I was just playing as Yanni, man, and I was just throwing my yarn everywhere, dude, I was like,
oh man,
can't wait till I kill some people, dude.
That's a name. Fucking Yanni. Man,
Dude,
that's a throwback.
Dude, if I play Unravel, man, dude, I can just kill some people, you know what I'm saying?
Fair call.
You're monkeys. You're both monkeys.
Thank you. WoW Classic has returned. How
Looks fun.
How are we feeling?
Dude, it was hilarious watching people fucking sit in queues that went for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
Amazed people did it.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, no, dude. You remember the TFT queues? People legit sat in them for like 18 hours to try and get into the beta of it.
That's true.
Like, it was, I understand. If people want to play a game, they'll wait.
Yeah, they will. Dude, I think it's kind of incredible that a game that's like fucking older than a decade released its vanilla version and has like
researched the game.
Now has the record for the most like concurrent viewed in a category, like set in like the first like 24 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it got to like 1.3 million people watching Classic WoW, which is fucking insane. The game is like 15 years old.
Yeah.
And it's still like beating like Fortnite now. Like,
yeah, dude, it turns out that even though the people were like, you don't want that, it turns out the people very much did want that and are still playing it. It's crazy.
Like, me and Jordy are gonna get into it over the Christmas break.
Yeah.
You join it? You join it, Alex?
Yeah, I might get on it.
Dude, okay. This is the reason that I want to get on it. Okay. As much as like maybe, right, you like people like hate WoW or whatever, it's kind of like this form of it is like game history, right? And I really want to just go back and experience what like the biggest MMO of any game that ever existed in that format was like in its like first starting couple of months, right, when it went live. Because apparently this is the patch it's on now is not the initial patch that released, but like the most optimal one that like after a few months of patching or whatever to vanilla, just to fix bugs and stuff. But
I'm interested to see if they are going to slowly update it and like if they're going to patch new things into it.
Yeah, well, apparently that they're like literally it's just going to be like they're going to do like surveys and stuff. Like Blizzard are like, look, if you guys want us to put eventually like Burning Crusade in, is that something you want? Like, what? It would just go through the cycle again. We'll just start from the beginning and go all the way up to the end.
Like, I could see them doing that because by the time they're back up to like Pandora, there'll be like 20 more out, you know?
Hey, I want Classic back. And it's just going to go.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, we just want Classic back. And they just repeat the cycle. Yep.
Dude, that's a weird thought. But I think they'd be pretty. It's going to take a large voice from the community, I think, to like get another expansion in, considering how much work this shit would have been to get working again. But yeah, I just want to go back and play for like game history's sake, you know, just to be like, okay, yes, I've played pretty much like what vanilla WoW was when it came out, and like, because yeah, there's like so much shit in that game that is like you have to like read quest information to like know where you're going. It doesn't even put a marker on your map. Like you genuinely have to read what it says.
It was only like a couple like expansions ago they actually put in where you have to go, because before that I had to put in mods to basically help me do the mission quests. Back when I first started playing.
Yeah, Alex, so what do you like think about the fact that, you know, Classic actually even exists right now?
Because you've never played WoW, so how would you like?
No, I've never played WoW, but I am like, I 100% agree in like, or believe in the nostalgia factor, and like I understand why it's come back and doing so well. Obviously, having just said that, like loving my old PlayStation games and stuff like that, things that make me remember my childhood. It makes sense as to why it's doing so well. Yeah.
Yep. So Christmas time, we're going to jump back in.
Yeah, 100%.
When the people slowly died off, and then then we can jump in and we're gonna give it a go.
When you got some time and
and
everything, yeah, good call. Jordy, you wanna take this one?
Sure. Okay, so It's coming up pretty soon, I believe. Hold on, let me just check the Steam store. So basically, because old mate Bungie and Activision split because they've been butting heads for a while now. Like it's like kind of crazy how long they've been butting heads for. So basically, this all comes back to the part where basically they put Destiny 2 put out an expansion, and Activision was like, we're not happy with the numbers. We're pretty disappointed by the DLC. And then Bungie was like, actually, we're really stoked with the DLC. Thanks for playing it, guys. And like, it was just like, you could feel you could cut the tension with like a knife, dude. Like it was like something was bound to break, and it did. And they both mutually parted ways 2 years before like the contract was meant to be up for Destiny. So it comes out on the 1st of October to Steam, right? And it's free to play. All the DLC that came out in the first year, like, and these are like some, like the Forsaken expansion as well is like huge, and there's like hundreds of hours of content in there, and it's all just free. The whole first year or first 2 years, I guess, is all free.
That's crazy.
And yeah, it's actually insane. And if it's kind of like sort of adopting the WoW thing now, where it's like, if you want to play the next expansion, that's the only thing that's going to cost you money, right? And the Destiny 2 expansion, Shadowkeep, and it looks like it also comes with like the next season. It doesn't look like you can buy anything separate, so it includes Shadowkeep and Season of the Undying. So I guess that's the whole next year is $55, right? If you want to be being up to date with the content. But then if Destiny 2 goes for another year after that, then this year's content or whatever's coming out next is probably going to be moved to free, kind of like WoW is, right? Like every expansion before becomes free if you purchase the last one.
Yeah.
And like it's crazy, dude. Like it's actually insane. But yeah, so I mean, if any of you looter shooter fans haven't played Destiny 2, because like, I don't know, like $20 paywall or whatever, like, dude, give it a go, man. It's like hundreds of hours of content in that game. It's just all going to be free to play on Steam, so you don't have to go to any other launcher, because we know you guys don't like any other launcher. You guys hate every other launcher besides Steam.
And even Rockstar just came out with their own one too.
Okay, that's cancelled.
Yeah.
I'll cancel the internet.
But they gave out GTA San Andreas as like a sweetener for people to hop on there.
Okay, that's the best sweetener you could give that. That game is incredible.
Yeah, that is a very good sweetener.
It's also like 12 years old, so
it's also true.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, way too many launches. I uninstalled the Epic Games one because I stopped playing Fortnite when I stopped playing with Braden.
How you gonna play Borderlands 3 with the boy?
Yeah, where you gonna play Borderlands 3 with the boy?
You're gonna have to reinstall it, dude.
They have a different one. There's a different launcher coming out soon for it.
What?
Well, Rockstar.
No, I'm talking about Epic, dude.
Yeah, but Rockstar, because Take-Two.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, because Take-Two is a Rockstar owned, or Rockstar, is a Take-Two owned company.
Yeah, you're correct.
So it'll probably be out on there too, and I get my GTA San Andreas for free. Dude, genius strats.
GOG 2.0 cannot come fast enough. Holy shit. Do you guys know about GOG Galaxy 2?
Yeah.
Dude, thank God. Thank God someone is putting all our launches in one place.
Yeah. That's what we're looking for.
Yup.
Awesome. And then we've got some news here that I guess you guys will kind of have to take a little bit.
Oh, yeah. So, right. Borderlands 3 release, and it is 2K's fastest selling title, period. It sold more than 5 million copies in the first 3 days and had the most pre-orders of any 2K title ever in its history.
Which is crazy.
It's crazy. 5 million copies in 3 days is ridiculous. They made over $1 billion in 3 days.
You know, the funny thing was, I saw people like, as this many people go on the Epic Store, I'm like, you're idiots. There's a PlayStation 4 version. There's an Xbox version.
Yeah.
At the same time, like, just get over it.
Yeah, and like it just goes to show, like, even if you have the fucking weirdest press around your game, and you fuck it up tremendously, your game, if it's at like a magnitude of Borderlands, is just still gonna fucking sell no matter what. Like the shit surrounding Borderlands 3 release is just so fucking weird. Like giving review copies out to certain outlets and not giving them to others because of security concerns is one of the weirdest fucking ways of saying you're probably going to give us a bad review, so we're only giving it to these people I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And then also, like, just all the Randy Pitchford shit of just, like, being, you know, like, telling Game Informer to go, like, fuck themselves, and I can't believe you'd fuck me like this. And, like, because, oh, dude, Randy Pitchford has just been a horrible fucking nightmare for that game's publicity. Like, and, like, all these weird magic shows and shit he does, like, when he's showing off the game, and, like, oh, man, it's just so weird. But, like, somehow it still managed to fucking sell 5 million copies 3 days, man. And, like, it's just really strange because the game is so great, but everything that surrounds it is just a nightmare. And it's so weird. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess as the old adage goes, like any press is good press.
Well, yeah, unless you're Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Man, we don't talk about that. Actually, what do we think about Fallen Order? That comes out pretty soon.
Don't care.
I was sort of really excited for it because I was like, cool, single player Star Wars. And then I watched the E3 gameplay and I was like, dude, this kind of looks worse than Force Unleashed.
It is like a dumbed down version.
Yeah, I was just like, man, I don't know how good this is going to be. It kind of looks mediocre.
Yeah.
Like, at best, I think.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, the Star Wars game space isn't in a great spot. It's funny because, like, when it was with LucasArts, it wasn't in a great spot. EA got the license for Star Wars games, and it's not in a great spot, and it's just...
Well,
it's in shambles.
I would argue LucasArts actually did way more interesting stuff with it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I would argue that still that like, Old Republic is great. Old Republic 2 is great.
Easily one of the best Star Wars titles.
That's the Obsidian one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then I would argue that the 2 Battlefront games are also incredible. Yeah. And I would say none of the Star Wars games EA has produced have been good.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. So in 10 years, they made 2 games. In the 10 years, like, if you look at LucasArts or whatever, they've made, like, I don't know, like 10 games.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I think EA is kind of butchering the Star Wars license.
Yeah, cancelled the Amy Hennig title, which, why? You had one of the best writers in video games in the cast or in the writers' room.
13, right?
No, that was the LucasArts one.
Oh shit!
There was another story-based RPG which was being developed by. Right? Yeah, that's what it was expected to be, and they cancelled that too. So, you know, when you've got some
they're good at that, aren't they?
Yeah. Really good. They've got a really good rep for that. So, I mean, when you've got a great team of people around you and you're still butchering it, I mean, it says something.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. I've just been really disappointed with Star Wars stuff recently, like, as a whole.
Yeah, I agree.
But we'll see what happens. And it's another, like, game that's sort of come out, I think it was today or yesterday?
It was yesterday, I think.
Yeah, Mario Kart for phones on iOS and Android. Yeah. Geordie, you want to take that?
It's a shit show. All right, so it's probably the most grossly monetized game on mobile. Like honestly, like, it's like really fucking terrible. Like, okay, so All right. So usually when people play Mario Kart, right? Yeah, like people that actually like love to play the game and play it maybe like on a weekly basis. They play it 200cc, right, which is the fastest mode of the game.
Yep.
If you want 200cc, you have to pay the $5 monthly pass to play.
Disgusting.
Just to play the 200cc mode, and it gives you some other like unlockable bullshit, right? But it doesn't matter, right? So at that point, you're now playing a game that they made free. You're paying $5 a month for it. It also has loot boxes in the game, right? Because you can't play the character you want to play with the car you want to play, because you got to get those out of loot boxes, right?
Of course.
And of course, there's like, the premium characters and the premium cars, so they have a lower % chance to drop, right? And then you've also got premium currency called rubies, in which you then can just buy like other things like cosmetics and shit. It is so crammed with fucking microtransactions. I just can't believe it. And that's after Nintendo was like, hey, yeah, look, we really don't want to make our mobile games filled with microtransactions because we think that's bad for young people. And then you get this fucking mess.
And the previous Mario game too on phones was terrible too, with microtransactions, because Mario World, was it, for the phone?
Mario Runner.
Mario Runner?
Dr. Mario.
Yeah, both of those also like shitty with
Isn't the game also 100% online?
No. So here's the thing. The game.
No, I've heard it is.
No, it's not. It is only single player right now. They didn't even put multiplayer in it. You just verse bots. Like, it's so fucked. So if you're buying any of these cards, it's not
you're
like
just to beat bots.
You're just beating bots. It's so whack. Like,
that's dumb.
It's so like, and like multiplayer is kind of like the heart and soul of it. And the thing is, apparently when multiplayer comes out, you're not even going to be able to party up with your friends.
Why?
Why? Exactly. Why? Like, I don't know, man. This game is a fucking mess, dude.
But it has a 4.4 on the Google Store.
Wow, 4.4. Damn, it's almost like the average mobile user still really doesn't get it.
They should have just they should have taken notes on Asphalt.
I don't know how it's a 4.4. I'm looking through all these comments and like so many twos.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
But, yeah, it's disgusting. It's literally like it's got a premium pass on a free game.
That's ridiculous.
That's fucking crazy.
I don't understand people rating games. Rates at 5. Immediately after installing, I was unable to play the game. I had to kill the app a few times to launch. And finally, it properly worked.
5 stars, baby.
As I arrived to rank mode, it gave me an error message. I attempted to link my Facebook or added a friend. But all in all, the game functions beyond what I expected.
Why would I not be surprised?
5 stars out of 5.
Why would I not be surprised that built into the game they say rate us 5 stars and we'll give you whichever character you want or some shit like that?
Yeah, look, I mean, but the thing is, man, like, it's Mario Kart. So, see, the thing is, with Dr. Mario and Mario Runner, right? They're kind of like, Mario Runner really doesn't exist in any other Nintendo property. And Dr. Mario is, like, probably one of the smallest Mario titles, like, ever in the franchise, like, history. Yeah. But Mario Kart is fucking Mario Kart.
Yeah,
so
it's massive.
How many people are going to download this shit and just go, oh yeah, I'll just flick it $5. Oh, dude, I love fucking gold rose peach fucking metal woman. Oh, dude, just fucking pay $10. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this game is going to rake in a fuck ton. Like,
of course it is.
Fuck ton of money. Like,
it's already the top game on this Apple Store. I mean, the Google Store.
Yeah, it's exactly where I probably expect it to be for like a month, honestly. Like, because like Mario Kart is like the best-selling like Nintendo like franchise in total, like ever for them, like with all their other games and stuff. So yeah, this thing is gonna make squillions, I think. Like, but it's just so over monetized. It's just gross.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Pokemon to make its move to the phone. That's
what do you mean? There's like so many Pokemon games.
Which one? No, like actual Pokemon.
That's never gonna happen.
There's a battle one already on there.
It's called Masters.
I've seen the battle one. Yeah.
Look at Pokemon Masters.
Horrible.
Yeah. I played a little bit of it. I wasn't a fan.
Oh well, it's okay.
Speaking of fucking money,
Yes.
so
Big money, no whammies.
big money, and I really want to get both your guys' opinions on this one. So I'm pretty sure this leaked, or maybe 505 Games said this somewhere. So Epic apparently paid $10.45 million for the exclusivity rights to the game Control, which is from the people who made like Alan Wake.
Yep.
So it's kind of like this trippy
Remedy.
Remedy game, right? Guys, all right, we'll start with Alex. What do you think about? So it's a year, I think.
Yep.
For the Control, $10.45 million, right?
So I got 2 points on this. I watched the gameplay for it. I watched Nova's playthrough of it. What a shit game, for one. I'll be honest. I was lost through the story as much as he was. No clue what was going on. Worse story than Borderlands 1.
Oh, shit.
And
That's high praise.
And number two, if Epic are paying that much money, you know Fortnite's still fucking killing it. That's the only reason they'd be splashing out a shitload of money like that. Because Epic, to drop that sort of money on Remedy, which is basically a Microsoft company, to have exclusivity with them and not on the Microsoft Game Store for PC, that's whack.
Yeah.
That's whack. Like, to be able to essentially poach one of Microsoft's developers to have exclusivity, you'd have to be dropping a bar for that.
Well,
What do you reckon, Bree?
Didn't Fortnite make like $2 billion?
Yeah.
Like
It made that in 4 months though. In the
they
year
have all
it
this
switched. Yeah.
Well, I understand why they're doing it. They want Epic Store to be a thing, and the only way it can be a thing or convince people to start using it is bringing all these exclusive titles to it. Yeah. But I understand that's their way of doing it, and they're hoping that when they're splashing all this money, it will eventually bring in return or profit eventually.
Yeah. I mean, all right. So now that we have this sort of established price, okay, for a Remedy game, right? I would still say it's AAA, right? It was a big release, okay? Yep. It's a full price game. Imagine how much. What do you guys think Borderlands 3 6 months was worth? If this is 10 million, like 50?
Oh, I was gonna say 60, 70.
Yeah, that's probably right? Like Borderlands is massive, like huge, and think about it. It's not even a year. It's only 6 months. So I feel like that was an expensive purchase. Maybe it was even like 100 mil, right?
Yeah.
Because it's only 6 months of it. It's not even a full year. I think that game was very, very expensive. So I'm sure that they were really hoping that people bought that game through there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how even 5 million copies in 3 days? Let's assume, just for math's sake.
Just say a fifth. Say a fifth was PC.
Yeah, a fifth was PC. So we'll say 1 million by what, $60?
Yeah, we'll go. I think probably more people bought the pack up from it. Probably.
Yeah.
Let's say the $60 anyway.
Yeah. So $60 times a million, $60 million.
Take away 13% from Epic.
Yeah, and they've made a good percentage, and that's only 3 days in. What's the total now? A week in,
Yeah.
So,
but then also, I guess a minority of people would have done this, but I got mine through Humble.
Yeah.
Right? So I didn't even pay for it through Epic, right?
Well,
they only had US pricing, and I was like, no, fuck that. So I went to Humble, bought it, but then I don't know what the deal is there. If I'm buying a key which is sent to Humble from Epic, or if I'm just
technically, Humble normally has they just get a couple cheaper things from that area, Yeah. So technically, it's still going from Epic.
Yeah, which is what I assumed it is. That man, that Like, and if they're like, say they're splashing like 100 on like Borderlands 3, right, and then there's 10 on like Remedy and stuff. Like, think about all the other games that have come before it, like Metro, like Exodus, right? That's a big one. Ghost Recon Breakpoint is also going to be on there.
Yeah.
You've got the like, what's that game by Supergiant on here? Hades.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hades. You got like Ancestors is like another like timed exclusive. Fuck, what's another timed exclusive that they have on here? There's no real good way to search because this fucking thing is horrible.
And see, interesting that you mentioned like a Ghost Recon game, which is Ubisoft. So
yeah,
like they'd be dropping a bar to
Steam anymore.
Yeah, they'd be dropping a bar to get it off.
So get this. So apparently, Borderlands 3 sold 70% of its copies digitally.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to say more than a third would have been PC.
Okay.
If it's 70% digitally. Yeah. Because, like,
no,
30%, like, yeah, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
And there's the one I wanted to see. The Outer Worlds, right? Being made by Obsidian's got that Fallout and space vibes. They've got that for a whole year.
Yeah.
I think Epic literally probably covered like maybe a third of that game's development. I think that they've probably given them probably like $50 million for a whole year.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy, man. Fortnite money is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It? You just throw that shit around like it's nothing.
Literally.
All these kids' parent like credit cards are paying for just like crazy exclusives.
That's wild. Yeah. And like, man, what's the last time we had a podcast? We were, what did we say? Like 100 mil in revenue or something like that?
I'm telling you, in just 2017, they netted 1.2 billion in revenue.
Fuck.
And then, at the point of around this time last year, they were raking in about 2 million a day.
That's wild. That's wild.
I mean, also
2.5 billion last year. So, yeah, that would.
Also, another thing to note is also that they give out free games every month.
Yeah.
They're not like small games either. They're massive. Like, last month's was fucking all of the Batman Arkham games.
Yeah. And like, this month it's a game called Everything. I got baited with
Metro.
the best. Yeah, and Metro. I got baited with like the best clickbait article this morning. It said everything is free on the Epic Store. And then I clicked on it, and they had the asterisk, and I was like, "Oh, you fucking dickheads!"
that's so good.
I was like, "I'm getting the Epic downloader as we speak."
All right. So so they have a amount how much Epic is worth from October last year. How much do you reckon they're worth?
I reckon
shoot a number at me.
15 bill.
20 billion.
15 billion.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
15. Yeah. That's a good amount.
Fortnite.
Yeah, that's a wild amount. Like,
although I feel like that game is finally like maturing out though.
Yeah.
Like,
it's 2 years into its cycle. And it's in season 11, which is crazy. Like,
it's 11 seasons.
Yeah, Braden, we played the first season.
Yeah, and that's the only one I'll ever play.
No, we played like a couple of seasons.
Nope. I didn't. No.
You didn't?
Nope.
No, we played like Tilted.
No, I played up to second. That's me very rarely playing it.
Yeah, that's crazy to see that it's now on like 11 seasons. There's fucking mechs in the game. There's Batman. There's a Batman crossover and some shit. So that's probably how that Arkham crossover happened.
Well, last season was Borderlands. Like, they were literally like, hey, if you pre-order Borderlands 3, you get like the Psycho character and the Claptrap backpack. And I was like, and they had a section of the map which was Pandora.
That's
crazy. Like, that's kind of cool. Makes me sort of want to just jump into like go look at the fucking area, but I really don't care. Still.
It's good. It's good cross promotion, I guess, if anything.
Man, they are like the kings of cross promotion.
Yeah.
Like, Batman's now in there. Like, what is going on?
There was the Thanos one.
Yeah, there was the Thanos one.
The Thanos one was wild. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man.
I guess because they're now just like like
to promote sales at least.
Well, I mean, the good thing with that game is that it's like established early on that it was going to do crossover shit, so no one was like imagine if they just did their own lore stuff and then all of a sudden fucking Batman comes out of nowhere. You'd be like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? But since early on, since they did like fucking John Wick and then like Thanos and shit, and people are now like, hell yeah. So anytime any massive pop culture thing comes out, Epic just fucking picks up the phone and goes, yo, bring, hey, you want to go on Fortnite? You know, it'll probably boost your sales by like fucking, you know, a couple million. They go, oh yeah, dude, do it. And then they, you know, chuck, I don't know, the third John Wick skin in.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some like Tom Clancy shit or some Metro stuff in there as well.
Yeah, true.
Like just each, because that's a good way to sell new skins too. Because they go, oh look, hey, here's some Fortnite skins to also promote the game that we've got on the Epic Game Store. Check it out.
Yeah, I mean, especially if they're like cool franchises. Like, I imagine they sold a shit ton of Batman outfits.
Yeah, the Batman one looks cool too. He's got his custom glider and shit too.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's just like, dude, there's no way a bunch of kids aren't going to go, oh shit, I want to be Batman flying around. Like,
100%.
No way that, like, dude, so many credit cards would have got busted out. Dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's literally a money printer. It's insane.
100%. It's yeah. Far out. Epic. Absolutely epic. Well, I think unless there's any other topics that we've missed, that's about it for the podcast for October. Did we have any closing thoughts, Braden?
Man, I just found a new game you may really like.
Yeah?
It's called Broomstick League.
I saw it. Oh my god, I saw it the other day.
It is basically
Rocket League.
But like Quidditch.
It's Rocket League Quidditch. Yeah, I did see that. Yep. The first person mode looks super jarring. It's really weird.
I've seen like 30 seconds of the trailer, and I was like, "This is Alex written all over it."
100%. You can see the clickbait title right now. You can see Harry Potter.
I'm in Slytherin?
Yeah.
Question mark.
100%. Geordie, what about you? What's your closing?
This is a bit more of like an actual serious one, which is hilarious. But if you're an Australian listener or any listener from anywhere else, please go buy Untitled Goose Game. We have very few game studios in Australia, and supporting an Australian dev is like massive because we have none. So if you have the money and you can afford it and want like probably one of the most hilarious games you'll have such a good time with, please go buy Untitled Goose Game.
Absolutely.
It is good fun.
Yeah, I think I'll have to... Is it just on the Switch or PC too?
No, it's on PC.
And it's on Epic too.
Fuck. Looks like I'm getting Epic. So kind of self-promo here, but obviously we've sort of mentioned it throughout the podcast here, but the brand new Discord server that we've got, the Expats Discord server, if you want to keep up to date on the new videos we drop, live streams, that'll be more so for Geordie and Braden's mixer apparently.
Everything I drop in chat when I'm talking on the podcast, I drop stuff in there.
Yeah? 100%. So I'll make sure that that's linked up. Yeah, we'd definitely like to see it sort of grow and see what we can do with it. Because haven't really used Discord all that much, but can definitely see it as like a good community place and stuff like that for everything. So hope to see you in the Expats Discord pretty soon. Yeah. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the podcast for October 2019. Hopefully we're back before 2020. If not, yeah, see you next year. We'll probably all Braden will probably be married by that time. I'll probably be still in Sydney. Geordie
graduated,
you know, things will have changed. But we'll see how we go. Until next time, see you later. Amazing.